badly. It only ended with a 2-yard gain, but that's a good thing. 2nd down and 9. All right. To repeat something I said before, after I saw the first couple of plays in this game, I said, the heck with it. I'm out. I said, the heck with it. I'm out of here. But then I started thinking really, really hard. What will the fans that subscribe to my channel think? McCaffrey running straight ahead out to the right. He'll get 3. It'll be 3rd down and 6. What if the 49ers do something great? Why? And I'm not here, and the people that are looking for it. So I really went through something. I really went through something emotional, okay? Because the Niners are my team. I want to see them do well. I know the odds they're up against. I couldn't do the game last weekend because I went out with my wife and my daughter. My daughter was introducing us to her new boyfriend. 3rd and 6. Niners are 2 for 4 on 3rd down. Snap to Purdy, looking to throw, and it is dropped. Did not get it. It'll be 4th down and 6. Nope. He did not. That is not clean. I'm looking at the replay now. That is not a clean catch. That is not a clean catch. They're going to take a look at it, and it's going to be 4th and 6 because it squirted out from underneath his arms. Pearsall pleading his case to the ref, saying he had his hand under it. And it's 4th down and 6, and it'll cost the Niners a timeout. Right there at the back end, the ball squirted free. It's going to be 4th and 6. He did not complete I'm looking at it. He did not complete the process of the catch. Pearsall is upset. So let's see if the Niners get some points. This is a 56-yard field goal attempt. He is 6 for 7 this year, Eddie Pinheiro is, from 50 plus. Robbie Gold, anybody? It's on the way. It's up there. It's out there. It's in there. And the Niners get more points. But they got to convert these possessions into touchdowns. Let's see if they get one more stop before the half. So far, so good with the stream. 17-6, Seattle. But the Niners are chipping away. Back in a minute.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Okay. There we go. Seattle came out of the gates quick. But the Niners got field goals on their last 2 possessions, and their defense is starting to figure out the Seahawks. And it's 17-6. The play of the game is the opening kickoff by Rashid Shaheed that was taken back 95 yards for a touchdown. And before the Niners could set up, it was 7-0. Then they turn it over on downs, take that down, get a field goal, making it 10-0. And then a fumble by Jake Tonjes is taken back the other way for a touchdown as Sam Darnold hit Jackson Smith and Jigba, the 3-year man from Ohio State. That made it 17-0. But the last 2 times the Niners have had the ball, they've gotten points. You would love to have seen them get touchdowns, but they're on the board. They now have doubled their output from week 17. 57 yards in 10 plays. They used 5:40 off the clock. And Eddie Pinheiro banged home a 56-yard field goal, which is the longest in 49ers postseason history. And remember, they housed Robbie Gould for 11 years. And the kick will go to and through the end zone for a touchback. Everybody says I'm coming in loud and clear. Okay, that's good. Fred Warner on the sidelines, giving the defense some instruction, and the defense is going to have to step up now. They're going to have to step up now. Okay, camera's right here. Game's right here. Fred Warner has been out since week 7 with an ankle injury. And it's 1st and 10 for Seattle. They'll start from their own 20, moving left. Full back across the formation in motion. And they pitch it to Walker running right, and Walker is going to not escape. He's only going to get a few. He'll get 2, maybe 3 on that play. 2nd down and 7. Brock Purdy missed 8 games this year. Bosa basically has missed the season. Fred Warner has missed 13. George Kittle has missed 7. Last 2 first-round picks, Michael Williams missed his 10th game. Ricky Pearsall has missed 9. And yet this Niners team just keeps on churning. And as I said earlier in the night to my wife, they have nothing but house money. 2nd down and 7. That's my cat Winnie scratching at the door. Darnold out of the gun, gives it to Walker, and Walker trying to string the run left, and he gets knocked down by Siegel at the 29. It'll be 3rd and 1. Hold on a minute. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I gotta close the door. Hold on. Oh, dang it. There we go. All right. All that is done. 3rd and 1 from just outside the 28. And they toss it to the fullback running left, and he is they toss it to Charbonnet, and he is short with a flag down. And it's against San Francisco for defensive holding. They'll move it to the 34 and a 1st down for Seattle. And Charbonnet is slow to get up. Oh, boy. Hate seeing injuries like that. Lennox Garza is in the house with us. What's up, Lennox? Defensive holding is the call against San Francisco. Bo Nix out for the season. How's Bo Nix out for the season? Bo Nix just won the game for Denver. There's the confirmation. Defensive holding against San Francisco. They'll move the ball to the 34 and a 1st down. And that is a good call as the guard couldn't get through. Sundell and Charbonnet got hit by D. Winters. His ankle? There's an ankle injury to Bo Nix? Let me confirm that. Let me confirm that. Since we got a break. Seattle will have it 1st and 10. Oops. Oh! Haystack, thank you for this. According to the Denver Post, Bo Nix fractured his right ankle in the OT win against the Bills, and he is gone for the season. Oh, man. Haystack, thank you for this piece of news. So Jarrett Stidham will start the AFC Championship and beyond. And it came on the second to last play of overtime. Nix threw for 279 and 3 touchdowns in a dramatic 33-30 win over the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round. Wow. This just broke, folks. This just came in. Repeating the news. Oh my heavens. Oh my gosh. Didn't see this was coming. Didn't see this one coming. Piece of breaking news from the AFC divisional playoff in Denver. Bo Nix is out for the remainder of the season with a fractured ankle. Fractured ankle for Bo Nix. And he is out for the year. Jarrett Stidham will start the AFC Championship game. Zach Charbonnet may have a concussion, and he heads for the tent in a collision with D. Winters. So a new set of downs for the Seattle Seahawks on that defensive holding penalty. Jones now in the backfield. Shaheed lined up to the left. And they're going to toss it to him on the reverse. Look out. This is trouble. And Shaheed is loose. 40, 45, 50. Still going. 45. Inside the 40. Down to the 36-yard line. And another first down for the Seahawks. When they needed a big play, they get a big play. Kenneth, I'm doing good, and I'm glad I'm in here to watch this game no matter how it ends. And you know what? That's been my issue since the Niners have been so banged up all year. Well, I put it in the words of Chris Berman. That is why you play the games. Great blocking by Eric Saubert, and that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Wow. Our prayers with Bo Nix and family. Bo Nix out for the remainder of the playoffs and maybe longer. A fractured ankle. And it was Haystack who got the news to me, was able to look it up and confirm it. For those of you just joining for the first time, late breaking news out of Denver. Bo Nix is gone for the season with a fractured ankle, and it came on the second to last play of the game. Let's take a timeout. 2-minute warning. 17-6 Seattle. They're looking for more when y'all get back.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Getting ideas from the crew about an NBA NFL comparison. Have we done one ever on the show? No, we have not. We just may do one this week and do one every week. 1st and 10 from the 36 of San Francisco. Seattle leads 17-6. Darnold under center with a receiver left and a receiver right. It's Shaheed out to the right. To the left is Cooper Kupp. And on 1st down, Darnold back to throw. Against pressure. Fires. Incomplete. Looking for his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be 2nd and 10. D. Winters providing coverage. D. Winters has been a godsend and everywhere for San Francisco. Yeah, I know. JS. I just got the news just now. I just got the news of his broken ankle, and I feel so bad for him. 2nd down and 10. 1:55 left in the first half. Darnold out of the gun. He takes the belt high shotgun snap and looks to throw and zings one incomplete. Looking for Shaheed. It'll be 3rd and 10. Hey, Kingpin's doing good, Vic. Vic, since you're here, I'll tell you Nick's out for the remainder of the season. Fractured ankle. Came on the next to last play of Denver's win. Third down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Snap to Darnold. He fires. It's caught. 1st down and more to Jake Bobo down to the 20. And now we're down to the last 100 seconds of the first half, and it looks like Seattle's going to put some more points on the board. Well, for a while, the Niners had him contained, but the Seahawks are moving again. From the 20-yard line, 1st down and 10. Kenneth Walker, the lone setback behind Darnold. Tight end in motion is Eric Saubert. They give it to Walker, and Walker will get down to the 10. With a minute left to go in the second quarter. Seattle 17, San Francisco 6. 50 seconds left in the first half. I would love to get some more subs, period, no matter who's on vacation. Saubert in motion across the formation. They give it to Walker again, and Walker will get down to the 7, 1st and goal, Seattle. 34 seconds left in the first half. And I think Seattle spent a timeout. They did. That's their second. They'll have one left. First play of the game broke the dam for Seattle. The opening kickoff was taken all the way back for a touchdown, 95 yards. Zach Charbonnet is headed to the locker room. First and goal at the 7. There's a whole second half to play, and the Niners will get the ball to start the second half. Third time the Seahawks have been in the end zone, and they give it to Walker running left, and Walker's gone. Touchdown, Seattle. They are 2 for 2 for 3 in the red zone, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and they stretch the lead. It's now a 3-possession game, and I don't know if there will be 3 possessions left in this game. But I've seen the Niners make comebacks before. Myers' free extra point is good. And with 31 seconds left in the first half, it's all Seahawks, 24-6. Let's pause for this timeout.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut.
Niners are out of timeouts, or I have 1 timeout left. I beg your pardon. "28 seconds left in the first half. They'll start at the 30, first and 10. Purdy is 12 of 16 for 103 yards. Snap to Purdy, looking to throw. And he pumps and throws incomplete, looking for McCaffrey. Second and 10 with 23 seconds left in the first half. Niners have yet to be in the red zone tonight. Second and 10 from the 30. Let's see if they can get something before the half ends. Back to throw is Purdy, and Purdy takes off. He's got the first down to the 45, and he is knocked down at the 48-yard line. Timeout is called by San Francisco. They'll have 1 timeout left with 13 seconds left in the half. I had a question. How do you guys feel about some of the playoff games, in essence, being behind a paywall? because tomorrow's games, television-wise, are on ESPN, and they are also on Peacock. Ooh, Purdy dropped the ball at the end there, but was able to recover it. 13 seconds left in the first half. And now it looks like McCaffrey was hurt a little bit. So Robinson's in the game, split out wide to the left, trips left, slot right, and now Seattle will use their timeout. So no one has any timeouts left. Yeah, something's wrong with McCaffrey. $13 seconds left in the second quarter. Seahawks 24, 49ers 6, which is basically double of what happened in Levi's Stadium 2 weeks ago. Pearsall in motion. The snap to Purdy, looking to throw. Backs up, back pedals, and throws. It is incomplete. Well, Seattle actually picked it off, but it was out of bounds. 3rd and 10, or 2nd and 10, rather. Purdy has missed his last 4 passes. He's 12 of 18 for 103 yards. Now, the Niners will get the ball first to start the third quarter. And they got to come out smoking the same way Seattle did in this first half, because Seattle has owned this first half. Back to throw is Purdy. Last play of the half. 2 seconds and 1. And Purdy lets it go as far as he can, and it is incomplete. Looking for Jake Tonjes. And that's the half. And it's all Seahawks so far. Maybe my Seahawk friends were right. Halftime, your score, Seahawks 24, 49ers 6. We're back with our halftime nuts at this.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline.
Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program, and staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb. Learn more and contribute today at Climb for Chris by visiting climbforchris.com. (24-6) our score, and what could be the last half of the year for the 49ers, but there's an entire second half to play. I'm looking up there for the camera, and I'm looking right here. Let me, first of all, applaud the Seahawks for coming out like gangbusters the last two times they played us, once in Levi's and this one tonight. But also, let me applaud the 49ers and how they have battled through this season with all of the injuries that they've had to deal with, all of the games missed due to an injury. And if it sounds like I'm writing an epitaph to this season, I am, because you can't play like you played tonight against a fully healthy Seattle Seahawks squad and that top-ranked defense and expect to win. But be that as it may, the Niners are in the divisional round and the Eagles are not. I'm sorry, I'm taking a shot, and Deb's going to hear about this. But in all seriousness, I mean this in all seriousness, there is no way that the San Francisco 49ers should be in this particular position, and yet here they are. We're getting ready for the second half. It's all Seahawks, 24-6. And I'm being told that we are now minus Christian McCaffrey. And if that's the case, I think that's the nail in the coffin. I'm having it confirmed by one of our spotters. Shaheed got the party started, and it's been a party in Seattle ever since. Oh, that's a great shot of T-Mobile Park. They got the Seahawks and Fox logo at second base. They got 12s on either side. And I am being given a confirmation that Christian McCaffrey is indeed out for the remainder of this game. It's either, I'm speculating, either his shoulder or something with his ankle, because he was they held him back. The coaches held him back. So let's see what happens here in the second half of the ball game. But I'll tell you what, I've said it all year about the 49ers. They're a team that just will not quit. Yep. Oh. Yeah, they're not gonna. It's a shoulder injury. That was Tom Rinaldi with the report, courtesy of Fox. Let me give credit where credit is due. Jason Myers kicks things off. Let's see if the Niners can get down and get a touchdown here to start the second half, or get some kind of points to stay within 2 possessions, as Robinson will run it out to the 28-yard line. And the Niners stopped themselves. Turned the ball over on a 4th and 1 when it should have been a quarterback sneak. And they turned the ball over. Tonjes coughed up the ball, and they turned it into a touchdown. Good teams do what good teams do. And Seattle's a damn good team. Split left, split right on 1st and 10. Juszczyk in the backfield with Robinson in the backfield with him. And they toss it to Robinson running right. And a flag flies in early. McCaffrey is out on the sideline. Don't know if he's going to go back in. No flag on the play. No flag. $57 yards, a season low for Christian McCaffrey. 68 tonight. But I don't think the Niners just have enough. They just don't have enough bodies left. Robinson in motion across the formation. Snap to Purdy on 2nd and 9. Purdy looking to throw. Escapes out to his right, looking and throwing, and it's incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 9. $39 coming up for the 49ers. This is the drive. This is the drive of the game. If they come away empty, this game is pretty much its own epitaph. This is the drive of the game for San Francisco. Purdy is 12 for 20 for 103 yards. He's 3 of 4 passing on 3rd downs tonight. Snap to Purdy, looking to throw. Escapes to his left. Purdy plants and fires, and it is caught. Jawan Jennings with a 1st down. Good job by Purdy escaping to his left. Running a different link, Victor. In fact, I got all the playoff games set up on different links because you only can set up one in the studio. Back to throw is Purdy, racing out to his left, backpedals and throws. It's incomplete. Well out of the pocket at that time. 2nd down and 10. And now Jake Tonjes is injured. Oh man. They're dropping like flies. Oh, it's a non-contact injury. It's a non-contact injury. And Tonjes departs, and I think he's done for the game. 2nd down and 10. I think I'm good, Victor. Handoff to Jordan James, and James is going to get inside the Seattle 45, down to the 44. McCaffrey is dying to get back in there, but with the shoulder injury that he suffered, I don't think he's going to go back in there. And the other player that hasn't seen any time is Kendrick Bourne. I want to find a way to run this through OBS, all of it, and not use StreamYard. They give it to Robinson up the middle, and he's short. 4th and 2 coming up for San Francisco. And again, I say this is the drive of the game, because if they come away empty here, Seattle gets the ball back, and with all the momentum they have in the world. Which it just makes me wonder why Robinson has not been able to break out a big run. And he's a good running back. He's a good running back, but he has not been able to get a good run like McCaffrey has all season long. 4th and 2. Purdy out of the gun. Ball game right here for Frisco. Back to throw, and they bring pressure, and Purdy's going to be sacked. Loss of 14 to the Frisco 42-yard line by Williams. And you can pretty much write a finish to this. I know I'm calling it with 12:06 left in the third, but with everything that's happened in this game against a healthy, hungry, ferocious Seattle defense, I think that just wrote an epitaph to the season. I don't want to say that. And the link for Climb for Chris is going to be in the chat. Thank you, Kenneth, for saying that. And we'll take a pause right here. 12:06 for the third. 24-6. Seattle. Back after this.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
4-6 in favor of the Seattle Seahawks, and they have the ball after sacking Brock Purdy for a loss of 14. Game is at Lumen Field in Seattle. The top-seeded Seahawks are handling their business. Our coverage tonight is brought to you by Climb for Chris. The link is in the chat if you all want to check it out and make a donation to the cause. And on first down, they give it to Walker, sliding left, and Walker's through. He's inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Second down and 3 from the 35 of the 49ers. Seahawks on the move after stopping the Niners on fourth down. Darnold back to throw. Zings one. Nearly intercepted, but it's caught by Cooper Kupp inside the 25 down to the 24. First and 10 from the 24. They give it to Walker, running right. Walker inside the 20, down to the 16. Second down and 2, 10-20 left in the third quarter. Cooper Kupp has caught 4 for 45 yards. And off to Walker, running left this time, and he's got the first down to the 14-yard line. And it looks like McCaffrey is done for the night. Man, oh man, oh man. First and 10 for the Seahawks. Jake Tonja is trying to get back in the game. I think McCaffrey is done for the game. And Darnold drops to throw, and he is sacked. Bryce Huff finally gets home for the first sack of the night for San Francisco. You know, you applaud the 49ers for all they've been able to accomplish, but there have been times throughout the course of the season they stopped themselves. Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, Seattle, week 18 tonight. But with a chance to play for the number 1 seed in this banged up unit, they give it to Walker running. They toss it to Walker running right. He's ushered out of bounds by Diamondor Lenore, and now they're jaw-jacking back and forth with each other. Third down coming up, 8:28 for the third. Even if you hold into a field goal, it's a 3-possession game. Third down and 13. Seahawks are 2 for 5 on third downs. That shows you the difference between the two teams right there. Niners had to play a lot more third downs. Winters comes on the blitz. They drop the screen to Jackson Smith and Jigba, And he's going to be a couple yards short of the first down. They'll tackle him at the 6. It'll be 4th down and 2. I agree. There's no way the 49ers could come back, but I will say again, being a 49er fan, and I have been since 1980, stranger things have happened, but not against this Seattle squad. Jason Myers for a 24-yard field goal, right hash, angle to the left. He's 1 for 1 tonight from 31. Daniel Berry is with us. I think Daniel's doing the Rams game tomorrow. Are you not, Daniel? Snap is backing down. The kick end over end on the way to the uprights, and it's good. And a lot of frustration coming out looking at the actions of the 49ers right now. They're just getting beat to the punch. That's all to it. Well, that's not all to it, but you guys get the idea. 27-6, back after this.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Texting back and forth with a friend of mine, talking about different situations. 27-6 in favor of the Seattle Seahawks. They've been in control since minute 1 of this ball game. 7:07 left in the third quarter. Jason Myers will kick things back off for Seattle. They lead by 3 scores, 3 full scores. Taken by Robinson at the 10, ahead to the 15, 20, to the 25, out to the 30, and that's as far as he goes. The defensive line for Seattle has been ferocious. Absolutely bleeping ferocious. That defensive line is the reason the Seahawks are where they are. And the lack of one is why the Niners are where they are. $10 yards before contact to running backs tonight. That's why they have the best defense in the league. And Purdy back to throw, stepping up into the pocket and fires, caught by Juszczyk, and Juszczyk will pick up a first down. They're making the 49ers one-dimensional. That's how you beat them. You make them one-dimensional, and that's exactly what the Seahawks are doing. $68 yards tonight McCaffrey is in. McCaffrey's back in the game, but he's hurting. You can tell that he's hurting. 1st and 10 for the 49ers at their own 42-yard line. And Purdy back to throw. Dances left. Now dances right and throws, and it is intercepted. Second turnover of the night forced by the Seahawks. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. That'll lead us to a break. 6:09 left in the third. The Seahawks will play for the NFC Championship next week. 27-6, the Seahawks lead. Back in a minute. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program, and staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb. Learn more and contribute today at Climb for Chris by visiting climbforchris.com. .609 left in the third, 27-6 in favor of the Seattle Seahawks. This is shades of 2013 or 2012 into 2013. Hey, the Seahawks are not supposed to make it easy at home, and it hasn't been easy. Smith and Jigba in motion from left to right. Offset I formation, and on the counter, they fake it. Darnold to throw, zips it out to the right, caught by Smith and Jigba, ushered out of bounds by Diamador Lenore. There's another thing. A lot of the secondary has been making tackles for the 49ers tonight. Oh, man, they read that play like a book. They're showing the replay of the interception. They were looking for Will Ferrell, and Ferrell just got beat to the ball. And now the frustration, just like 3 years ago in Philadelphia, is coming out for the 49ers. And they hand it off to Walker, and Walker will slide down short of the first down. Third down coming up for the Seahawks. 5:15 left in the third quarter. And I know my feed is way behind some others. Third and 5. 116 yards rushing for Seattle tonight. They have been the multi-dimensional team since they beat the Rams. Since they beat the Rams, their confidence has been through the roof. Darnold to throw, and it's caught. Wide open Kenneth Walker, and Walker will slide down out of bounds with another Seattle first down. Trying to look at my stats, and they won't let me look at them. There we go. Not many yards in this game, 219 to 174. Niners have turned the ball over twice. Second time they're trying to turn it into points. Not many penalties in this game, 5 total, 3 for the 49ers, 2 for the Seahawks. And 2 of those big ones came on the last drive Seattle had in the first half. On the reverse is Shaheed, and Shaheed will be pulled down for a loss by D. Winters. $3:50 left in the third quarter. Good play by D. Winters on Rashid Shaheed from the 30-yard line, second down and 13. Darnold alone in shotgun, 2 receivers left, stacked receivers to the right, and the snap to Darnold. He fires. It's caught wide open as Cooper Kupp, and Kupp down to the 15-yard line, and a first down for Seattle yet again. First play of the game was a kickoff return, 95 yards for a touchdown. Set the tone for this game tonight. And it's been all Seattle since minute 1. That's all right. Next year, the Niners will reload and be better and be healthier, I hope, because we lost Nick Bosa to a torn ACL, lost Fred Warner to a broken ankle, and time called with 2:28 left in the third. JJ is coming over to see the thing about Chris. He is going to check it out. I hope so. I don't even know how loud Lumen Field is right now. I don't even want to know how loud it is. $2:28 left in the third. 27-6 in favor of the Seattle Seahawks. They got 24 in the first half. They got a field goal so far here in the third quarter. Niners got their 2 field goals in the first half. The winner will play for the conference championship, and it's looking like it's going to be Seattle. From the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Stretch play to Walker running left, and Walker's gone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Their attitude has been terrific since they came back to beat the Rams. Their attitude since they came back to beat the Rams on Thursday Night Football is we can beat anybody. And they're proving it. They are absolutely proving it. With a comeback win like that, don't blame them. Proud of these guys. Proud of both these teams. I mean it. I'm proud of both of these teams. Myers' extra point is good. It is 34-6. 17 unanswered points by the Seahawks after they scored the first 17 of the game. Then the Niners get 2 field goals, make it 17-6, and then Seattle said, okay, had enough. As far as get the fans in here. I know it takes a team, and I know a team is being put together. A short timeout. 34-6. Seattle leads. Back after this.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Seahawks have scored 6 possessions tonight. They've only punted once. They've scored both into points. 34-6 is our score. Robinson from the 5, ahead to the 25. Oh, that's Sky Moore, I beg your pardon. He gets tackled at the 31-yard line. And I just lost my feed again. Oh, boy. This is just how this game has gone tonight. Granted, I'm glad it took until now for me to lose the feed. It's been that kind of night, folks. It's been that kind of night. And from what I'm seeing, the Seahawks got the ball back on another 4th down stop. San Francisco was 0 for 3 on 4th down conversions tonight. What? I completely lost the feed. This is how this night has gone. This is not the first time this has happened. But dadgummit, I'm going to figure this out. I don't know how I'm going to figure this out. I truly don't know how. I guess this is exactly how this broadcast was supposed to go, especially after that kickoff return. Seattle, I give it to you. Y'all kicked our butts. Let me just go ahead and say it of them. And I mean that full, unadulterated advantage of all the mistakes in the world that we made tonight. Eddie Pinheiro trying to trip up Rashid Shaheed on the first play of the game. They took it back 95 yards for a touchdown, and that was that. That was the. And you know why? And you know what? I was seeing it happen in real time. I was seeing it happen, and I was seeing it happen in full time. And after that kickoff happened, I said, game over. They hand it off to Walker, and Walker will get inside the 25 down to the 24. And I don't think Robert Saleh will be with us for next year because he's a hot name in the coaching cycle yet again. And he should be with the work he had to do with this defense. But when you lose your two best players on defense, you're going to play from a deficit all year, which is what we've had to deal with. And then we lose Brock Purdy after beating the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we're not beating them tonight. 34-6. We had one quarter for this.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
14-15 for the game. Walker again, the deep back. Receiver left, receiver right. Saubert in motion. They give it to Walker, running right. And Walker is going to get knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 3 back to the 12-yard line. D. Winters on the stop. Franchise record of a plus 191. The only team in the NFL with the top 3 scoring offense and scoring defense. Seattle, you made the right moves. 2nd and goal. And they give it to Walker again, running straight ahead inside the 10 and down to the 6-yard line. 3rd and goal coming up for the Seahawks. And now we got another injured 49er in the form of D. Winters. Ay, ay, ay. $114-32 in terms of yards this half. And another touchdown for the Seahawks in the form of Kenneth Walker, his 3rd tonight. This has been out of hand since play 1. This has been out of hand since the kickoff return by Rashid Shaheed. And there is nothing for the 49ers to hang their head about. But there is a lot more to be done for the Seattle Seahawks. Kick is good, and it's 41-6. 3 touchdowns on the night for Kenneth Walker. 4 red zone touchdowns in 6 attempts for the Seattle Seahawks. 12:43 for the game. Seattle's moving on to host the NFC Championship. They lead 41-6. Back after this.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Okay. No miracles tonight. Me and my big fat mouth. Hey, Seahawks fan, you got every reason in the world to troll me this coming week. You're hosting the NFC Championship game. 41-6 is the score right now. 24 unanswered points by the Seahawks. And this is and you know the touchdown that changed the momentum of the game, not just the first one, the kickoff return, it was the touchdown Seattle got before the half ended when they marched 80 yards in 10 plays. As Walker ties Sean Alexander for the most touchdowns in a postseason game for the Seahawks with 3. This kick will go to the end zone for a touchback, and the Niners will take it at the 35-yard line. Pro Bowlers for the Niners: Trent Williams, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk, Luke Gifford, and John Weeks. Sam Darnold, DeMarcus Lawrence, Rashid Shaheed, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Leonard Williams, and Devin Witherspoon. All wonderful selections for the Pro Bowl. And they need to change the Pro Bowl around. They need to get it back to it being one event, one football game. On first down, they give it to McCaffrey, who is back in. And McCaffrey gets out to the 44-yard line. Seattle won this game on the first play of the game when Rashid Shaheed returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown. I'm not even going to look at the highlights tonight. I'm doing this one live. Second down and 2 from the 38. One more time, it's McCaffrey. He'll get 1 to the 39. It'll be 3rd and 1, and McCaffrey got walloped again. He was grimacing badly when he was coming off the field. 3rd and 1 with 11:45 left in the ball game. And it's Purdy who will get the first down out to the 47-yard line. First time they've converted a third down in a while. I don't think they haven't converted a third down since midway through the second quarter. 11:14 left in the game. 1st and 10 from the 47 for the Niners. Purdy back to throw, scrambles left. May as well keep it. He does, and he dives out to Seattle territory at the 49-yard line. Gain of 4 to be 2nd down and 6. Now I see what it's like really. Well, I can't say I can't say this is the first time I see what it's like being a fan. I've already know what it's like being a fan, but covering it like this with all the circumstances that have gone on with this team, highs and lows for real. Purdy to throw over the middle, caught by Jordan James. He's got a first down into Seattle territory at the 42-yard line. We just helped Chris. I just spread the word. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate you guys. If you can't help me tonight with my GoFundMe, help Chris Hilliard. I beg of y'all, help Chris Hilliard, because I want to do a game with Chris back home in Chicago. I know that's going to take some fundraising to do, as Purdy is back to throw, escapes to his left, and he'll take off, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 to the 39, 2nd and 7. Purdy back to throw, and the Niners just turned it over again. Another fumble recovery. This ball game is cooked. Whack. They stripped Purdy, and Purdy is responsible for 3 turnovers tonight. 2 fumbles and an interception. 9-12 for the game. It is 41-6. Seattle. Back in a minute. Hey, Chicago, it's time to climb. Excitement is in the air as we come together for something extraordinary. The Climb for Chris fundraising event, a celebration of strength, community, and unwavering hope. One of our own, Brother Rice class of 2009, a leader, a coach, a friend, a father, Chris Hilliard has spent his life lifting others up, guiding young athletes, inspiring students, and taking every chance to explore the world with his wife Lauren and their 1-year-old son. But in September of 2024, everything changed. Chris was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive brain tumor. Since then, he's been in constant, grueling treatment, traveling out of state almost every other week, from last-minute flights to long hotel stays to meals and rental cars. The bills add up fast. Chris is now a part of an international clinical trial, a treatment path that gives real hope. But staying in the fight means staying in the program, and staying in the program means more travel, more time away, and more mounting expenses. So now it's our turn to show up for him. Join us at Climb for Chris, featuring live music from Maggie Speaks, great food, drinks, raffles, and a community ready to stand tall. Every dollar raised goes toward Chris's medical and travel costs so he can focus on healing, not bills. Every $10 makes a difference. And if you can't give today, sharing the page helps more than you know. Chris is always the one who shows up when it matters. Now we climb for him. Be a part of the miracle. Be a part of the movement. Join us, support, pray, and share. Together, we climb. Learn more and contribute today at Climb for Chris by visiting climbforchris.com. It is 41-6 in favor of the Seattle Seahawks. Drew Lock is in the ball game. Sam Darnold tonight is complete. He finishes 12 of 17 for 124 yards, but it's Kenneth Walker that gets our star of the game. 19 carries, 116 yards. He has scored 3 times. Out of the eye, they give it to Jones, and Jones is going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Eric Saubert has been a huge signing for the Seahawks. Huge signing for them. Former 49er, too. So Darnold has earned the cap tonight. 2nd and 10. 8:40 remaining in the game. And again, they give it to Davis, and Davis is going to get a couple. It'll be 3rd and 8. $167 rushing yards allowed by Frisco tonight. Seattle's run the ball well. They have run the ball extremely well. Some of the features they do on the Fox broadcast, the blocking and everything. Kendricks makes the stop on this. And it'll be 4th down and 9. from the Seattle 42-yard line. And for only the second time tonight, Seattle's going to punt. When you put up games like this, you're going to win. I mean, oh man. There's 100 ways I can describe this game, but it comes down to one sentence. The opening kickoff did us in. 7 minutes left in the season. Here is Dixon's punt. No fair catch by DeMarcus Robinson, and he will get knocked down. Oh, that's Sky Moore, I beg your pardon. You keep Sky Moore. Looking for some ways to get the 49ers back on track. First of all, everybody has to heal. Everybody has got to heal. That's the first thing. Second, if we lose Robert Saleh this coaching cycle, A, I wouldn't be surprised. But B, you got to bring in somebody, and Brock Purdy's night is done also. As Mac Jones is now in. And a big shout out to Mac Jones as Jordan James gets the carry, running off right tackle, knocked down by Knight. And a shout out to Mac Jones, too. He went 5-3 in Purdy's absence. I think he went 5-3 in Purdy's absence. He stood in for Brock Purdy and ran this offense the way it was supposed to be run. Jones back on a step and fires incomplete. That one was nearly picked off. They were looking for Kendrick Bourne. And the Niners need to, get their attitude back also. But when you're playing at the deficit that they've played with for the better part of this season, because they lost Nick Bosa in week 3 against Arizona. And anyone who saw that footage saw Bosa shake his head no after he came off the field after a play. So this is the first time Brock Purdy has lost in Seattle. And a lot of things for the Niners to fix, but at the same time, kudos to them for getting this far. Jones will take it himself. He will bang off of a defender and get a first down. And we are down to 6 minutes remaining in the season. 6 minutes in the game for Seattle. They'll host the NFC Championship next weekend, or next Sunday, rather. We'll have both championship games. Down to 5:40 remaining. 41-6. 49ers lead. Seahawks lead. I wish 49ers lead. Jones to throw over the middle. That is caught by Brian Robinson. Out to the 34. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 4 seconds average time to throw against this ferocious Seattle defense, longest since 2016. Never mind the advanced stats. Did Purdy get the job done tonight? The answer is no. That pass is complete to Farrell, and Farrell gets 1. Did the Niners get the job done tonight? No. You can throw all the advanced stats at me that you can. The bottom line is, for the 49ers, they did not get the job done tonight. No, they did not. But considering the season that they had with all the parts missing, especially that shootout against the Bears, don't tell me this wasn't a fantastic season for San Francisco. An unexpected fantastic season for San Francisco. Now I'm glad I did do this game. Jones to throw, looking left, throwing left, incomplete, looking for Jawan Jennings. And now it is 4th down and 6, and possibly the last play of the night for the 49ers. And they're going to punt it away. Damn competitive team this year. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Everybody's shaking Brock Purdy's hand and everything. And I already know what the tropes are going to be. But I'm calling it right down the middle. Seattle played a heck of a game tonight. Period. Seattle played a heck of a game tonight. Give them credit. Give the Seahawks credit. And a lot of people say I don't call out my own team. You didn't listen to tonight's broadcast, did you? Fair catch made at the 14-yard line by Rashid Shaheed. Rashid Shaheed, you're our player of the game because you took the opening kickoff, raced it back for a touchdown, and Seattle hasn't looked back. .423 left in the ball game, and the Seahawks will stay right where they are to play for the NFC Championship next weekend against the winner of the Bears and the Rams. What say you guys? Who do you have winning tomorrow to face the Seahawks? Be you Rams or be you Bears? I don't have a stake in the fight. I don't have a dog in the fight anymore since my team is getting obliterated tonight. They toss it and run it outside to Jones, and Jones will get 6 to the 20-yard line. 4:13 left in the ball game. 2nd down and 3 from the 20. And now you don't have to put your foot on the you don't have to go pedal to the metal if you're Seattle. This game's won. This game's won. I'm glad I showed up to do this game after all. I needed to experience a game like this as a broadcaster. I've experienced many in person, but not one like this doing alternative play-by-play. Up the middle comes Jones again. He's getting a lot of carries tonight. And it'll be 3rd and about 1. The last time the Seahawks win the NFC Championship was against Green Bay, where an onside kick kept them in the game, and then Russell Wilson hit Jermaine Kearse for the game winner in overtime. Third and 1. As we're down to the final 3 minutes of the contest. 3 on the play clock, now 2. Locke takes the snap and hands it to Jones, and Jones is going to get rocked backwards. Now, I will say I'm glad I did show up to do this game because, like I said, I originally quit after I saw the opening kickoff. I saw it happen in real time, and I said, "The heck with this! I don't have to do this game." And I said during the original broadcast that I wasn't going to because I was afraid of waking my wife up. But as it turns out, when I went in to check on her and I went to use the restroom, she was still up. So I sat here and I thought about it and I said, you know what? I may as well. And I can't be making, here's the punt by Dixon. Drifting back is Sky Moore to the 24-yard line, and Moore is going to go backwards. He'll get knocked down at the 21-yard line on a loss of 3. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. I got a lot to say, and not particularly about this game. We all heard, anyone who's tuned in heard how the game went. It's all Seattle all the time, 41-6. What I'm going to do after the ball game in my post-game report is talk about me, my performance, and my attitude, which definitely has to change if I'm going to make a go of this. There's going to be a lot of accountability tonight, and I need to do it. I absolutely need to do it. So 1st and 10 for the 49ers. They start at their own 21. Jones turns and gives it to Jordan James. And James runs out to the right and gets 6. 2nd down and 4. As we are at the final 100 seconds tonight. 3 takeaways, 3 turnover on down possessions, 2 sacks, 13 pressures tonight for that ferocious Seattle defense. The Niners have not been able to solve them in the last 2 games. And they nearly weren't able to solve them the first time they played this year. Let's just hope this doesn't become an extended pattern. Jordan James gets the carry. He'll be short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Jordan James getting a lot of carries tonight, and I think this is how the game is going to end. So after the game, it'll be a post-game accountability report, and I was able to somewhat do 2 games tonight. I was able to get a breather and collect myself and get through this second game. 3rd down and 1. 44 seconds left. And they give it to James up the middle. He'll get the first down, and that's going to do it. That's going to do it, folks. The Seattle Seahawks hold serve at home. And now everyone's coming to midfield. Great job by Mike McCoy of the Seahawks. Great hire by the Seahawks. And in 2 years' time, they have advanced to their 5th championship game in team history, and their first since 2015. That's your ball game. Final score: the Seahawks 41 and the Niners 6. We'll come back with the accountability report and everything else after this.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Well, it's time for a post-game report presented by Wanna Parlay, the world's richest parlay, and by Climb for Chris, as we help Chris Hilliard come back from a brain tumor. Beg your pardon. 41-6 is the final, and I kind of figured it would come out. The game would turn out this way. Got my confirmation first play of the game when Rashid Shaheed took the opening kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown. I want to use this time to put some accountability on myself because I scheduled the game. I did the game, but not without a break in between that I basically, said, the heck with it. I quit. I'm not quitting anymore. I schedule the game. I do the game from start to finish. End of story. I don't care how many technical problems I have. The deed is to show up, deliver a great broadcast, which I did not do for either game today, and I blame myself for that. I did all the prep, but I didn't do any testing. So we're going to fix that tonight when I sign off the air. I'm going to design a set for StreamYard where I can, in essence, use the I can't find the words right now. Use the OBS setup and try to bring it into StreamYard but I didn't dress up tonight either. I didn't put a shirt and tie on, and I promised I would. I didn't do that. What I'm doing here is old school play-by-play, old school football and sports play-by-play. That means a shirt and tie. That means I show up on time. I put in the 2-hour prep time to get to deliver the broadcast. And our first game tomorrow is at 3, so I will show up in here in the office probably 12:30, get everything ready. I'm going to work on a lot of it tonight before I head to bed. But I did not give you my best, and for that I apologize. I didn't give you an entire game, and for that I apologize. I didn't do what Brian Snow usually does, which is show up, show out, and call the game correctly. I did not do that. Now, I know I am one of the world's biggest perfectionists when it came to this, and I know how emotional I am when it comes to my team. But be that as it may, I'm supposed to be here to call the game no matter which team it is, if it's mine or not. I was here, but then I wasn't here. That's unacceptable, and that will not happen again. I am scheduled to be here for 2 games tomorrow. I will have them both for you. I will be suited and booted. I'll be dressed in a shirt and tie to do that. I will have my notes in front of me ready to go. I will know the players. I will know the plays, and I will call it right down the middle the way I'm supposed to every single time and the way I have done it for 30 years. What I did tonight was unacceptable. And I make a promise to the folks who have subscribed to my channel, the folks who have become a member of my channel, and I want that number to go up. I really want to make this a living. So I'm going to take my wife's advice, which I have half-assed done for this entire time, which is treated like a job. I'm scheduled tomorrow to go. I'm scheduled for 2 games, 3 and 6:30. The game at 6:30 may kick off a little late. I'll have time to get a half-hour breather, and then I will come back for the come in for the Rams and the Bears. Whew. I needed to get all that off my chest, and I will probably do another stream like this tonight, a little accountability stream that's separate from this one. But those are my thoughts. Seahawks win 41-6. They advance to the NFC Championship game, as well they should. They're the number 1 seed. They defended the home field the way they were supposed to. They beat up and blew out a beaten up 49er team. But let me throw some kudos to Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. I don't expect Shanahan to win Coach of the Year, even though his name is mentioned. But you got Mike Vrabel that's in there now. You got Sean Payton that's in the conversation now. And you Liam Cohen, the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, that will get a vote. But let me throw some flowers to my 49ers. They were not supposed to be in the playoffs, period. They were not supposed to win 6 in a row with all the players that they lost, period. They did that. They came in the game of winning the number 1 seed, but they missed the bet. They met the best team in the NFC in the Seattle Seahawks, and Seattle did what they were supposed to do. They knocked us down at Levi's Stadium, and they knocked us out tonight. So congratulations to the Seattle Seahawks. And I mean this with love from every part of my heart. I want to thank everybody that has tuned in this evening. I hope you all tune in tomorrow, and let's bring the numbers. Let's work on building up not only Snowman Multimedia and Snowman Multimedia Sports. Let's not only work on building up the GoFundMe for Snowman's Road to Recovery, but also let's do something for Chris Hilliard also, my buddy who was going through a hell of a health battle. If you don't know the story, go to climbforchris.com. Matter of fact, Climb for Chris will sponsor every post-game show for the remainder of the year, even after we go to Chicago and stream their event live. Okay, it's gonna be a fundraising event. It's gonna be a fun event. Wife's coming with me. I'm putting all the details together, and I feel that doing this accountability report has allowed me to grow up a lot. But I cannot and will not self-sabotage myself and not hold myself accountable when I do something I know I'm not supposed to do. As a person, as a broadcaster, as a man, and as a husband, and as a father and a grandfather. I mean all 6 of those pillars. Let me get on out of here. I'll do a separate stream about this in about a half hour from now. Just need a little time to breathe. Final score, Seattle 41, San Francisco 6. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow for another divisional doubleheader. Good night, everybody.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little bison. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste me,
The preceding has been a presentation of Snowman Multimedia Sports, a division of Snowman Multimedia. Thank you, and God bless you for tuning in. Good night, everybody.